Hey, you recently bought a piano or joined a music school and have no idea on what to play? This lesson is the perfect choice for you. Hello, today I want to talk about chords, how to form them and apply them to your favorite song. But before that, I would appreciate if you subscribed to the channel. I know I just said that we are talking about chords. There's another important concept I would like you to understand for you to be able to form the chords, and it is called intervals. What are intervals really? When you look at me, all you see is the end product and not the nitty-gritties that combine to work together to form the person me. From the cells that form organs, blood and bones that all fuse together, and here I am, a combination of all that. Same to music, as I easily maneuver around keys, behind that is a combination of various ideas that guide and direct me on what to touch and what to avoid as I play music. These are the foundational elements of music. They include things like intervals, scales, chords, and progression. If you are able to master those four elements, you become a master in the world of music. In the past video, I talked about how you can play scales easily, and many of you asked me various questions like, how do you form these scales? What is the importance of these scales? I will soon make an in-depth tutorial regarding scales, which is part of the four important elements that I mentioned. Back to intervals. These are very simple. An interval is a distance between two notes or two pitches. Anytime you play two notes, you are actually playing what we call an interval. So let's look keenly on the piano to better understand all this. If you notice on the piano, we have a pattern that comprises of 2 black notes and 3 black notes, and another 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, before the 2 and after the 3, when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there are 7 white notes plus 2 black notes and 3 black notes. So there is a combination of 2 plus 3 plus 7, which is equal to 12. This is what is known as an octave. We said an interval is a distance between two notes. Okay? Within an octave, we have 12 possible intervals which are formed by what we call a semitone or a tone. A semitone is a combination of 2 adjacent notes. Every time there are 2 adjacent notes played together, you form what is known as a semitone. All these are semitones. All those are semitones. So, if I take this note and this, I form a semitone or a half note. It can also be referred to as a half note. So this is a semitone or a half note. When I combine 2 half notes, this one and from here to here, this one, if I combine these 2 and now I play from the first note, I skip the second, I go to the third note, this is known as a tone. So a combination of 2 semitones, you get a tone, what is known as a tone. So 2 semitones will form a tone. This is a tone, these are semitones. Okay, that is very important. If you will not get any other concept in this tutorial, make sure you understand this one, that 2 adjacent notes form a semitone or half note interval, and 2 semitone or 2 half notes combined make a tone. Okay, I hope we are together so far, and this is still simple. If it is not, please leave a comment below and I'll see how to help you out. Also remember to subscribe and hit the notification button To get future videos that may try to clarify such a tutorial for you. The intervals are the cornerstones in music. We build everything else from that, be it scales, be it chords, be it progressions, all the other foundational elements I mentioned earlier depend on this lesson about intervals. We have two types of intervals. We have what we call a melodic interval, like for instance, all these are melodic intervals, which is basically two notes played after each other. So all these are melodic intervals. The other is harmonic intervals. Harmonic interval is when you play more than one note simultaneously. All these are harmonic intervals. Music is a combination of all that, combining harmonic intervals and melodic intervals. I'm combining melodic intervals with harmonic intervals. Okay? Various harmonic intervals give us various quality of sound. Some will give us what we call a major quality, others will give us what is known as a minor quality, and more so, others will give us what is known as a perfect quality sound. For now, we shall focus mainly on the major and minor qualities. A major harmony is brighter and happy. This is a very simple major triad. It is giving us a very bright sound. These bright sounds are used especially on happy parts of a film or cartoon, like you can find when cartoons are jumping, walking down to the river, you will find such sound. That is an example of a major sounding chord. Also, you can have minor sounding chords which are formed using various minor intervals. Minor sounding chords are a bit dark, melancholic, sentimental. In short, minor chords are cold, while major chords are warm. They are warm sounds, or hot. They can become hot, but minor chords tend to be a bit cold. You shiver, you become emotional when you listen to minor chords. Something like that is a minor sounding chord, minor sounding sound. They are so dark, so sentimental. I hope you get now the idea. Even mentioning all those major and minor harmonic intervals. How do we form these chords? Using the idea of intervals. This is how we form the major chord intervals. The major chords are formed by the concept of first taking 4 semitones, then combining the 4 semitones which give you a major harmony with 3 semitones which give you a minor harmony. Because nobody who wants to stay in an ever cold place or an ever hot place. We want a combination of the two, which give you a very nice sweet spot. The same with forming a chord. I have to combine a major harmony with a minor harmony to give me a nice sounding chord. And I said, from a major chord, you first take 4 semitones or half notes which give you a major harmony, and you combine that with 3 semitones or half notes which give you a minor harmony. What do I mean? This is let's form a chord using this note. From this note, I will count first semitone, second, third, fourth. I take that note. So from here and here, this is a major interval. It is giving me a major harmonic interval. It is more bright, a more happy sound. Then I combine these 2 notes with a minor element that should be formed from the notes I formed, the note I came to. So I will count 1, 2, 3 semitones. So I had 4 semitones, now I have 3 semitones. When I combine these 3 notes, they give me a major sounding chord. This is called a C major chord. I can do it on another note for clarification purposes. Let's take now a black note. I take this note, I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. This combination gives me a major interval. Then I count from here 1, 2, 3. This combination gives me a minor interval. So the combination of the 3 notes give me what is known as a C sharp major chord. You see, it's simple. You can now go forming like that all other chords until you are back to C. Very simple concept. That's how you form chords. That's how you form major chords on the piano keyboard. Now let's focus on minor chords. Minor chords is just the opposite of what we did on the major chords. So for instance, let's do it using the same notes we formed major chords. I'll take this note, which is known as a C. Instead now of counting 4 semitones, I'll count 3 semitones. 1, 2, 3. And we have said 3 semitones give us a minor harmony. So this is a minor harmony. This is a minor harmonic interval. This is a minor harmonic interval. I combine it with a major interval. So I'll count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a C minor chord. You can hear it is so dark. it makes you emotional very fast. So we have a brighter sounding chord, and a sad sounding chord. Minor, major sounding, brighter, brighter sounding chord, and darker sound. So that's how you form the various types of chords needed to play any song you want. Let me now give you a secret. All the songs you listen to are just a combination of those two types of chords: major chords and minor chords. When you combine those two chords with all that knowledge, you can form all the chords needed to play any music you like. Combination of major chords and minor chords. I want to leave you with this philosophy that I tell my friends. There are three things that are so costly in this world and demand to be paid for so dearly. These are ignorance, fear, and doubt. Flee away from them at all costs. Until the next tutorial, cheers!